7 signs you're subconsciously pushing money away. Hey everyone, and welcome. Do you ever feel like money just slips through your fingers no matter how hard you work? It can be incredibly frustrating to feel like you're constantly struggling, even when you're putting in the effort. Today, we're going to uncover some hidden habits that might be sabotaging your financial success. We're diving into 7 signs that you might be subconsciously pushing money away. This isn't about blame or judgment. It's about awareness. Recognizing these patterns is the first step to changing them and creating a healthier relationship with your finances. I'm Your Name, and I've been helping people just like you take control of their money for number years. Let's get started. Do you believe there's simply not enough money to go around? That's a scarcity mindset, and it can have a huge impact on your financial decisions. This belief leads to fear-based choices that often keep you stuck in a cycle of financial stress. It's like you're constantly bracing for the worst. For example, do you find yourself constantly saying, "I can't afford that," even when it's something you truly need or want? Or maybe you avoid investments altogether because you're terrified of losing money. Perhaps you even feel guilty about spending money on necessities like groceries or new clothes. These are all signs of a scarcity mindset at play. So how do you break free? First, challenge those negative thoughts. Are they really true, or are they based on fear and limiting beliefs? Next, practice gratitude for what you do have. Focusing on abundance rather than lack can shift your perspective. Here's an actionable step. Right now, make a list of at least 5 things you're grateful for in your life. Big or small, it all counts. What do you tell yourself about money? The things you say to yourself internally can have a powerful effect on your financial reality. Do you believe that money is the root of all evil? Or maybe you think that wealthy people are inherently greedy or dishonest. Perhaps you constantly compare yourself to others and feel inadequate because you don't have as much money as they do. These are all examples of negative self-talk. The first step is to become aware of your internal dialogue. Pay attention to the thoughts that pop into your head when you think about money. Then start replacing those negative statements with positive affirmations. It might feel silly at first, but it can make a real difference over time. Instead of thinking, "I'm bad with money," try saying, "I am learning to manage my finances effectively." It's a small change, but it can have a big impact. Do you put off dealing with your bills, budgeting, or investing? Procrastination is a common way we subconsciously avoid things that make us uncomfortable. Maybe you find these tasks boring, overwhelming, or even scary, but avoiding them only makes the problem worse in the long run. For example, you might delay paying your bills, which leads to late fees and a lower credit score. Or you might avoid creating a budget, which makes it harder to track your spending and save money. Perhaps you put off investing because you don't know where to start, missing out on potential growth opportunities. The key is to break down these tasks into smaller, more manageable steps. Instead of trying to tackle everything at once, focus on one small thing each day. Set a timer for 15 minutes and dedicate that time to working on your finances. You might be surprised at how much you can accomplish in just a short amount of time. And the more you do it, the less overwhelming it will feel. Do you ever find yourself making impulsive purchases that you later regret? Or perhaps you spend money to cope with stress, boredom, or other negative emotions. These are examples of self-sabotaging spending habits. They provide a temporary sense of relief, but they ultimately undermine your financial goals. Maybe you buy things you don't need to impress others, or you overspend on entertainment to avoid dealing with your problems. It's important to identify your triggers. What situations or emotions lead you to spend money impulsively? Once you know your triggers, you can develop strategies to cope with them in healthier ways. For example, if you tend to shop when you're stressed, try going for a walk or talking to a friend instead. If you're bored, find a new hobby or volunteer your time. Are you reluctant to learn about personal finance? Maybe you think it's too complicated, boring, or irrelevant to your life. But financial literacy is essential for building wealth and achieving financial security. Avoiding it is like trying to navigate a new city without a map. You might miss out on opportunities to save money, invest wisely, or manage your debt effectively. There are tons of resources available to help you learn about personal finance. Start with the basics like budgeting, saving, and investing. Read books, listen to podcasts, or take an online course. The more you learn, the more confident you'll feel about managing your money, and the more confident you feel, the more likely you are to make smart financial decisions. Do you have a clear vision of what you want to achieve financially? Without goals, it's easy to drift aimlessly and make choices that don't align with your long-term aspirations. Setting financial goals gives you a sense of purpose and direction. It helps you prioritize your spending and saving. Think about what's important to you. Do you want to buy a house, start a business, retire early, or travel the world? Once you know what you want, you can create a plan to achieve it. Break down your goals into smaller, more manageable steps. For example, if you want to buy a house, you might start by saving for a down payment. Or if you want to retire early, you might start by increasing your retirement contributions. Do you ever have a gut feeling about a financial decision, but you ignore it? Your intuition can be a powerful tool for making smart choices. It's often based on subconscious information that you're not consciously aware of. Learning to trust your intuition can help you avoid costly mistakes. Pay attention to your feelings when you're making financial decisions. Does something feel right or wrong? If you have a bad feeling about something, it's probably worth investigating further. Don't be afraid to ask questions and do your research. Ultimately, the best financial decisions are the ones that feel good to you. Trust your gut and make choices that align with your values and goals. So there you have it, 7 signs you might be subconsciously pushing money away. Let's recap quickly. We talked about the scarcity mindset, negative self-talk, procrastination, self-sabotaging spending, resisting financial education, not setting goals, and ignoring your intuition. Recognizing these patterns is the first step to breaking free from them. Now, I want you to identify just one area where you can start making improvements today. What's one thing you can do differently to create a healthier relationship with money? Leave a comment below and let me know your biggest takeaway from this video. And if you found this helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Thanks for watching.